I could buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand. I'm totally in love with Miley Cyrus after that Grammys performance. And so much more. I just thought she was exceptional, considering that I hate that shit. That award show is just super duper stupid for the most part, blowing smoke up of everybody's asses. Trevor Noah, oh God, where do I begin with how boring that guy is? All he does is blow smoke up everybody's ass. Blah, that guy. Get somebody fun in there. Get a cool musician in there. Get a cool chick to rock the fuck out of that. I don't know who. Somebody spectacular. But hey, it's Monday and it's Tuesday. It's Monday. It's Speedy Tuesday. What are you wearing today? I got my Gmail all set up. You guys sent me a lot of pictures, and boy, I don't like Gmail. It doesn't give you previews on the photographs, and when it does, they're really small. So I did a little trickery, and hopefully it'll work out fine. But I have to say, I didn't really like the experience. But I've been working on a couple of things for the show, like sound effects and stuff. By the way, the gong came, the gong went back. It was a piece of shrish. It was just this flimsy little thing. It sounded like crap. And I was like, get out of here. It was crap. So I came up with this idea for sound effects on my iPad and a couple of transparencies and things like that, just to make the show more fun. It's just a lot of work, and it'll just take a couple of days to implement it. I hope you guys don't mind. But in the interim, it's going to be that for now. I know some of you hate it, but some of you love it, and that's okay. And this is for $10 Canadian, Mr. Andrew Wolkowicz, who's just legendary. This guy, I have to say something about Andrew. Not only is he a spectacular fella, but before I even start the show, he has a super chat up, and it's just, I can't thank you enough. That's very sweet of you every time. And he always says, listen, working till 5:30. Everybody upvote and subscribe. Nothing like the memory of the taste of honey. Like a taste of honey. What was their big song? To remind a person of how sweet life should be. I agree, Andrew. Life can be sweet. There's a lot of ugliness in our worlds collectively and individually. And you just got to make lemonade, but not the Beyonce varietal, because that was just tart and forced, and no matter what Jay-Z says, undeserved. Oy, do you want to get started on Jay-Z? But first, let's see who's in the magic mirror. We've got the incomparable Carolyn Martin. Andrew, may I just say that you're a true legend and supporter of this channel. Well done. You are the best. Agreed. JBB's here. Easy for you to say. You're the one who won the lemon bars. Ha ha ha. Just finished them. They're cooling. And I will refrigerate them and send them out in the morn to the incomparable Carolyn Martin. Roar of the Tiger upvoted tonight. Dean, hello. All upvote. Please upvote. That's, I didn't even look. Are we at 2,000? We were so close last night. Oh, shit. I know that's not a big number, but it's big to me because, I only started doing Dirk Weekdays. When did I start doing it? I don't know, a couple of months ago, 4 months ago, not even maybe, on the advice of some of you wonderful people out there in iBasherland. And thank you so much, because I'm having fun doing it. Constantly trying to figure out ways to get things better. Yeah. So, Al Benedetti. Ciao, como stai? Hello, Dirk. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you and the rest of the bashers. You're all bashers. Machine calls you guys bashies. We're the bashers. You're the bashies. It's like Swifties. And then we'll get into that thing. Oh, brother, bread and butter. Kieran P. Trevor Noah, worst comedian going. All he does is accents. He's just, listen, I know that all art is subjective, especially when it comes to comedy. What you might find, like, I don't get Monty Python. I don't get it. I mean, I get some of it. Of course, some of it I do. Individually, I love those guys. I love John Cleese, Michael Palin. And I think that they're exceptional, hilarious. But I don't know, when I watch that, I just feel like, am I supposed to be stoned for this? I don't know. But, that's what the thing is, like, Machine doesn't get Seinfeld or is reluctant to watch it. Now, I can watch that show until I'm blue in the face. But it's not like he doesn't get American comedy. He does. He loves 30 Rock and he loves so much of that stuff. So it's not that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just New York, but he's so New York too, though. He lived here for 20 some odd years. I don't know. That's the beauty of art, Oh my God, Carolyn Martin, you hit the nail on the head. Let Miley Cyrus host the Grammys. Yeah, why doesn't she? Can I just show you guys something while we're talking about her, right? I think this says it all. Miley Cyrus channeled 1970s Cher in vintage Bob Mackie at the 2024 Grammy Awards. Now, I don't know what most people think when they see something like this, but the first thing that came out of my mouth, because I'm a gay dude, is, holy shit, is that Bob Mackie? Because anybody who grew up in the era that I did, or, plus or minus 10 years, will know that Bob Mackie was the guy that did Tina Turner and Cher and Carol Burnett and all the big stars of the 70s. He, just an incredible designer who made everybody look so super glamorous and amazing. And she looked absolutely stunning and incredible. I mean, not only is she gorgeous and talented, because she is, but she's funny as fuck. I mean, she was talking to the audience during her performance. What are you guys doing? Wait, you acting like you don't know this song? And then she's talking about, I guess, one of the Helmsworth guys. I'm not sure. Is it Liam or I don't know. I'm not up on the Helmsworth hunks. But she's like, something about fight. She goes, but we did. I mean, she's very amusing. I really thought so. Anyway, that's my story. Look how beautiful she is in that beautiful vintage Bob Mackie, and it was vintage too. So one of his Bob Mackie luminaries designed and made that for somebody, but he didn't say who. Was it Cher? Was it Tina? Wasn't Carol? Because Carol never wore anything that's scantily adorning a body. Jim Lassick says Toby Keith. I couldn't believe that. Like, I'm not the biggest country guy in the world. I do love I love old country, like real old country. The pop country is not really my thing, and grab a beer and no shoes, dark shirt, and all that stuff. Was that Bo Burnham who did that hilarious parody? It was like, what was the lyric? It was like, no shoes, no shirt, no Jews. I didn't say that. I mean, ridiculous. But I have a question for Bash World out there. Not that this matters to me, because everybody has a different opinion about crossing picket lines. But wasn't there a big country music strike years and years ago, and that's how Toby Keith came to prominence? I don't even know. Anyway, not my cup of tea, but a young guy, 62, stomach cancer. That's what took out Ronnie James Dio. Much beloved, so much respect. I would certainly not want to disrespect him in any way, because people did love him and the whole ethos he belonged to. I think he was kind of like the barroom honky tonk kind of country guy, trying to continue the Hank Williams kind of thing. Because country music has gotten so good. Miley Cyrus, she was country, right? And Taylor Swift was country, and famously before any of them, Shania Twain was certainly a country artist who was the first, other than Dolly Parton, who's the godmother of all things country crossover. But I think she was the first one, because Come On Over sold like 40 million copies and was like it's still one of the biggest records ever made. I think just recently looked at the biggest selling records of all time. And I think that the biggest record of all time is Thriller, and it's something like 70 million. And then number 2 was AC/DC, Back in Black. I used to think it was between the Eagles and At Home with Their Greatest Hits, or whatever that's called. But no, it's AC/DC, Back in Black. And like Shania Twain is like 3 or 4. So she's certainly done a lot. Nathaniel Hannon, $4.99, with a lottle help from my friends. No typo. So you guys read all the things. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. So let me see what that's in context to. I love that though. Let Miley Cyrus host the Grammys. I think she should. I think she should. Anyway, a couple of people got this wrong. Let me post a comment. Right, it is. This is the brand new email address to send your photos. And it's not just wrist shots, because we're so much more than wrist shots. I got some great kitty shots. I got some great bicycle shots. I got some great everything, car shots, whatever you want to share. This is a community to share. And if you're passionate about something, I don't see why we shouldn't talk about it. If you're into horticulture or ornithology or smelting, whatever your passions are, and that's great. Thank you, Carolyn, for reminding me about that. Yeah. Ray, great you're here. Hey, Ray. Now I know what you look like. Isn't it crazy? Before I didn't. Carlos says, hi, Dirk from Banbury. Hello, Carlos. Carolyn Martin is aggressive tonight. The first person who super chats 30. I will forget my win of lemon bars as long as you live in the United States. Oh, so what do you want to do? A swap? Is that a swap? Is that what you're planning? You don't want me to mail them to you? I'll have to make another set then, right? I'd have to do that because you want them. Because it's Nathaniel's family's home recipe. I foregoed mine because I actually thought mine were too sweet. I took a bite of one of them and I went, I'm done here. I let Paul eat the rest of them. The Awesome Powan says, hey, Dirk. Hey, Awesome Powan, how are you? Scotty H, the incomparable Scotty H. I saw it in the window and I had to have it. For any of you who don't know what that means, that's Carol Burnett, and she did this hilarious Gone with the Wind skit. And if you've seen Gone with the Wind, you know that, Atlanta had burned down and she needed a dress, and they came up with some fabric. I don't remember what it was in the movie specifically, but in the Carol Burnett version, she actually was walking down the stairs and she saw this big set of green curtains with a curtain rod, and she had, I guess, her maid make her a dress, but it still had the curtain rod in it. Very funny, Scotty H. So that is the email address. It's Basher Dirk, not Basher's Dirk, just Basher Dirk, because I am Dirk the Basher. Maybe it should have been Dirk the Basher. Whatever, it's set up. I did get everything, and I just banged into the mic. Not with the watch, but with my hand. Yeah. Dave F451 says, be careful, Dirk, what you ask for. What did I ask for? Oh, I asked for pictures. No. I'm totally honest about that. I listen, if it strikes your fancy, why not? As long as it's not lewd, crude, and hazardous to children and or animals, I'm fine with all of that stuff. It's all good. Let's see. Drapes, Roar the Tiger. That's exactly what it was. It's hilarious. Macallan Drinker, Dirk, favorite live Rush album. Well, it's All the World's a Stage, the first one. Unfortunately, it's not recorded very well, but regardless of that, I can see through that. It's an era that I really love. Exit Stage Left is better sounding, for sure, and A Show of Hands is an even better recording, but that's for any of you Rush fans out there. There is a period of Rush that I ducked out of, and that is post Signals, pre Presto. So it is and this is a much beloved era of the band by many people, not by myself. And that would be Grace Under Pressure, Power Windows, and Hold Your Fire. There are three records that I can enjoy in hindsight. Power Windows and Grace Under Pressure more. However, Hold Your Fire is not a record I really enjoy. That's just me, but that's okay. So my answer to that, Macallan _drinker, is All the World's a Stage, simply for the era. It's okay, so it's not recorded well. Big deal. Kent Eigel says 2112. Well, that's a studio record. Carolyn Martin, what's going on here? Please super chat so we can keep this hour of Dirkness going. Wow, that's very sweet. $49.99. Bang, bang, bang. If I hit that gong, it would have been a quarter of the volume of this, and it would have sounded like I was rattling aluminum foil. I couldn't believe how shitty it was. So I do want a gong because I think it's cool. So now I'm looking into like Zildjian or Peisty or one of the real brands that make Sabian, one of the real cymbal companies. This was something on Amazon that was cute, the right size. I could keep it right here, and I go gong. It would be great, but it just sounded like aluminum flow. So no good, no good for me, my friends. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's favorite right-wing pundit, it's Tobster McDonkey. I used to trip balls on acid listening to All the World's a Stage over and over in high school. Great album for LSD. Well, all right. You heard it here first, kids. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's what I ask about, some kinds of music because never smoked pot or did any kind of drugs. I mean, a glass of wine here, there, and everywhere. But I never really thought about getting altered and listening to music. I know a lot of like my dear friend Mimi, who I speak about a lot on the channel, who I adore. I was close friends first with her brother Steve, her dearly departed brother Steve, my friend Steve Reichenbach. He was a great guy. He used to love to get stoned, and him and his friends would like take mescaline and they'd listen to, and I'd walk in, hey guys, what's up? And like, oh, we're doing mescaline and we're listening to Dark Side of the Moon. I'd be like, okay, bye. And then that's how I wound up becoming friends with his sister, because she was cooler and she liked Kate Bush and other things, Renaissance. Annie Haslam, she's a singer and a guitar player, and she's a musician, and so I had more in common with her. But yeah, I've never done that. I've never done the get stoned and listen to music thing. That's why I don't get the Grateful Dead or Fish or any of that stuff. The jammy stuff that goes on forever. I'm a songwriter, composer. I'm not Burt Bacharach, but I seek out beginnings, middles, and ends in composition. I like the art of composition, the freeform thing, scoodly wow, scoodly doodly 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 wow, ta, ta, ta. It doesn't really do it for me. Not my thing, but I'm glad it is for you, because art makes the world go round. You like potato, I say potato, you say tomato, I say tomato, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah. So, Steve McDonald, £4. £4, 99 pence. Cheers, mate. Thank you. You're the governor tonight. Thank you. I love going to London. My niece lives in London. I love going to England, even as an Irish person. I absolutely love it. I think it's the best. It's a cracking city. Great things to do. Lots of stuff, etc., etc., etc. Kent Daigle said, Carolyn Martin, he was saying, whatever your hobby, pens, knives, watches for me. Yeah, well, she's one of the finest pen makers in the world, and I have mine somewhere. I was just using it moments ago. I might have taken it to La Cucina. I did. Yeah. So Steve McDonald also says, get a gong like the one Rank used before the film starts. Hey, Steve, what does that mean exactly? I'm not quite sure. Ray wants to know what else Tobes was doing while he was there. I mean, listen, whatever floats your boat. Like I said, you could do whatever you want in this world as long as it doesn't harm anybody, especially animals and children, because they don't have the right to say yes or no. JBB says Ashes to Ashes Renaissance. Oh, Mimi took me to see Renaissance a million years ago down in, I forget where it was. It was in New York City, obviously. And I remember when we went in there was like guards going around to make sure that the first like 10 or 20 rows were smoke free for Annie, who's an amazing vocalist. And I'd never seen that before, because you go to a show and it's, well, it used to be. Now it's certainly not, none of those things. But you go to the Garden, everybody's smoking weed. People don't realize that when you're a singer, even like with Hitman, our original drummer Chuck is a licensed pyrotechnician, and I liked dry ice versus that chemical fog shit, because it was just really get in your snuff up there, and I hated it. So yeah. Dean, Dirk, you watched That Guy UK? Some of the guys from Tim Channel, nothing to do with Spencer. Have you watched? No, but I heard that Oisin was on there the other day, right? Oh, and forget that's £4, £4.99. Cheers, mate. Dirk, you watched that? I didn't. I will. You know what I did? I watched the holdovers instead of the Grammys, and then I went to, because I have Paramount streaming, so I went back and fast forwarded through, past stuff that I didn't want to watch and watch the performances that I wanted to watch. And so I watched the holdovers. I know I go 50 miles an hour, and I know I go left, right, center. Paul Giamatti, even though Paul Giamatti is always Paul Giamatti, and he always does kind of the same thing, now he does a character like this. He's got one cuckoo eyeball. And it was an excellent film. It was not 3 hours long. It was expertly directed by Alexander Payne. It really, truly, and utterly looked like a film that was shot in like 1970. It did not look like artifice. It didn't look like it was aping or mocking or any of that stuff. It felt like film stock. And I wanted to look up if he shot that movie on film, because if he shot that on digital, and now there's a way to make digital look like that, then I guess the jig is up. Because I've been a big advocate of film, because I just think it's more pleasing to the eye, and I hate fast frame rates. I don't like any of that 60 frames per second video game. I like 24 frames per second. I like that look. I like the way it looks. The holdover. So we watched that, and it was terrific. An excellent performance by that kid. He's got an Italian last name. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. He should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. The guy was absolutely excellent. Anybody see the holdovers? Le Benedetti, $4.99 US. Let's get a gong fund me. Gong fund me. For the show with super chats. That's awfully sweet. Like a real gong. They're pricey. They're made in Turkey. They're really good. Carolyn Martin said, poor King Charles, let's send him good thoughts. Listen, I'm not a royalist, obviously, as an Irish person, but I heard that this morning. I didn't know. And the headline wasn't Prince Charles has cancer. It was King Charles has, it's hard to get used to saying King Charles. Prince Harry makes an emergency visit to see his father. The headline was about Harry and not about the king, which just goes to show you how fucked up media is to go for the lowest common denominator first. Because fuck that guy and his wench, his scheming grifter witch that he married that ruined his relationship with his brother and his dad. It's all her. It's my opinion. It's all her fault, because family, to me, nobody getting in the way. No, sir. Not going to fucking happen. I don't care. Like I always said, my sister Carrie, if she murdered somebody in the middle of the night, I'd go there and say, no, she didn't do it. No, you're absolutely wrong. Sorry, she didn't do it. I wouldn't do it. So I don't get it. Well, how that guy was able to, considering what those boys went through when their mom died, how close they were, the bond that they had, that this woman was able to get in there and do that. I just don't agree with it. And I think it's her fault. So yeah, poor King Charles. I feel bad. He just got the job. He just got the fucking job. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Toby Keith. I didn't even know he was sick and he had stomach cancer. That's insidious though. Insidious. Tobster. I just smoke weed and drink beer nowadays. I haven't done acid or shrooms in probably close to 20 years. Shrooms. I haven't heard that term, shrooms, in a long time. Vasilios P says, hey, I'm late. Well, better late than never, my friend. Welcome back. It's great to see you here. Dean says, it's raining in Wales. Oh, are you in Wales? You sent me a bunch of pictures. I've never been to Wales. I really want to, Wales produces some of the sickest vocalists in the entire world. First, the king and queen are, of course, the glorious Dame Shirley Bassey, who's one of the greatest of all time, and Sir Tom Jones. Holy fuck. Is there anybody better than Tom Jones? I don't think so. I set kind of a ruckus in the metal world, as much of a ruckus as I can make in the metal world, when my band played in Greece right before the pandemic, we played this great festival in Athens. And I had like a shirt that looked like a Motorhead shirt. It's got the Motorhead logo, but on the top it said Tom Jones. And people weren't talking about the show. They were like, Tom Jones, like, what's his fault? Tom Jones, Tom Jones, Tom Jones. He likes Tom Jones. Yeah, sure, I like Tom Jones. I fucking love Tom Jones. Tobster, you're going to say something that I've been preaching to the choir for a very, very, very long time. He says, pro tip, and this is a pro tip because most people don't know this. That is, modern televisions come with something called motion or motion blur, or they come with a setting basically that ups the frame rate. And so and it's usually set that way out of the box because they have it set to bright or store or factory. Basically, it's going to give you like 60 frames per second, and it just looks like General Hospital or EastEnders or wherever your soap operas are in your particular country. You just go in there and you turn that shit off. I mean, my TV is, I calibrate TVs. That's kind of one of my little side hustles. I basically look up, there's a guy from in the tech world that I used to follow, and he's no longer with Consumer Reports, but I kind of learned how to do it through him, and it's basically balancing the thing out. This is an instrument that you use and so forth. But most modern TVs, if you're getting OLED, you're in better shape, but especially LCDs, and because the reason for LCD television, I'm going to bore the shit out of you now, is that it can't produce sports. Like if you throw a ball on plasma or on OLED, you'll see the ball going, no problem. However, on LCD televisions, and that goes for LED as well, you'll see a comet tail at the end of the ball because it can't switch on and off fast enough, because each pixel on your television is not individual. It's backlit. Whereas on plasma and OLED, the actual each and every pixel, when they need to do black, they turn it off. So it's true black. So thanks for the pro tip, Jobster. The incomparable Michaela de Chatillon, agree, Mr. and Mrs. Markle are done. Oh, are they done though? Did you hear that? Oh, this is I'm going to just throw my love at Michaela because we did a very shitty Watch Fashion Police last night. I mean, listen, Machine and I have our own little chemistry, and that's fine. But she's the wheel that makes us roll. And I didn't get a chance. I didn't, because he's not looking at Miley Cyrus. He's looking at Taylor Swift because he's obsessed with her. I was like all ready to talk about how great Miley Cyrus looked and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. I know that we would have been more fashion oriented last night, but we went more watchy, which is fun because it's Watch Fashion Police. But when she's there for the balance, so whatever. We missed you. And thanks for coming tonight. Kylie D says, I'd take her if I was him too. That family's messed up regardless. Listen, every family's messed up. The only difference with them is they're insanely rich and they are royalty, if that's a thing. In today's day and age, royalty. Imagine thinking of the concept of royalty, bowing to somebody. You think about that. Isn't that crazy? However, I think Taylor Swift should have bowed to Celine Dion instead of completely and utterly blowing her off, which is what she did. And we all know I'm not the biggest fan. I think she's a C- singer. I think she's an A artist. I think she cares about her art. I think she works on her art. She collaborates with people that are artful. I think she cares deeply about that. However, nerves aren't going to do it because that's Celine Dion. She had quite the little wind up there, and you had plenty of time to think about it. You knew you were going to win anyway. They're not going to give it. Who was going to win that? So I would have had a rehearsed thing for Celine, paving the road, and then 5-10 minutes later, there was a picture backstage of them together. And I was like, because that's her PR. People were like, oh my God, you got to get a picture with Celine right away because this press, it was trending instantly. Twitter alerts or X alerts, whatever they're called. It was nonstop. It was like, Miley Cyrus Miley Cyrus is the queen. She praises Mariah Carey, but Taylor Swift can't even acknowledge Celine Dion's presence. And if you watch it, and I watched it about 4 times, she walks up on stage, says hey to everybody in the back, and then she just walks over to the woman who's holding the Grammy Awards, which just so happens to be Celine Dion. And she just takes it out of her hand and ignores her. Zero acknowledgement. And then a couple of her Swifties were saying, well, she was just being super sensitive about her condition because she knows that any touch is painful whatsoever. Meanwhile, some guy was holding her arm and tons of people were hugging her. I call bullshit. Bullshit. So no thanks. Scotty H, $9.99. New York City doesn't have a concert. Yeah, I mean, I could go to a Guitar Center and go buy a Roger Taylor snare for $3,000, but I don't know. Maybe they do. Well, maybe I didn't do that. I didn't go online and look to see if Sam Ash has one. They might. They probably do. They sell everything else, but a gong, I don't know. I think gongs are special order. Just happened to see it while I was on Amazon. That's where the impetus of the idea came from. So I thought that was funny. But thank you for that. $9.99. Scotty, the incomparable. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty H. Tobster McDonkey. I always call Meghan Markle the Duchess of Reseda. She's the world's luckiest hood rat. Listen. All evidence points to her orchestrating the meeting of Harry. That she, I mean, he could have just been like, she's a skank and not interested, right? Could have been, but she's a very attractive woman. There's credit goes where credit's due. She's a very attractive lady. And blah, blah, blah. I think she orchestrated the whole fucking thing. And I think he was, he's a victim. Oh, spare. Oh, I'm so rich and privileged. And my brother's going to be king. And I can smoke weed and fuck slots and go to Mallorca on a private jet. He's a dick. He's a dick. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner in crime, Oshino Mali. I tune in and the first thing I hear is a scheming grifter witch. Well, hey, credit goes where credit is due. And, she's just a skank box. I mean, you just look at her too, and she looks like roadkill. She's an attractive girl on the surface, but she looks mean. She looks like she's got mean, contemptuous bones in her body. She looks like she's out. She's scheming. She's a B, C, D list actress. I don't even know what show she was on. Was she on Suits? I don't know. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know. Who cares? But I just thought it was fucking crazy that I didn't know the King Charles had cancer. I just saw Harry makes an emergency trip to see his father. I'm like, oh, are they making up? And gets to the airport. Looking somber. King Charles cancer. What the fuck? At the very end of the who gives a shit? He got whisked off. He went to Van Nuys Airport. There was a royal plane waiting for the royal pain. And, he probably had some champers and some caviar and, some Scotch eggs or whatever he fancies. I haven't had this in so long. Thank you, Jeeves, for creating I'm living in California. It's all, fresh herbs and cheese and California wine. And I'm just so missing old Blighty. Let's have a nice boiled egg and a cup of tea. Fuck him, dick. JT Harry says, Bonnie Tyler. Was she there? I didn't see Bonnie Tyler. It might have been during the fast forward, right? Might have been. Vedsta, £5, British sterling. Damn, I missed the start. Thought it was 1 hour later. Well, I did play with the time. I'm gonna do 6 o'clock tomorrow. I thought Wednesdays. That coffee's so good, man. I'm done with the Julius Meinl. I went through it all. Yes, I did, Michaela, and I thank you for that. It was amazing. This is Kimbo, which is a Neapolitan brand. It is from Italy, and it is a very, very dark roast, and it is very good. And I had some B12, and so that's why I'm like a maniac right now. McAllen Drinker says the soap opera effect. Yes, we were talking about earlier. For those of you who weren't in part of the broadcast, yeah, when you get a television set, it's set to this setting that is just heinous and hideous. Like I went to my older sister Pat's house, my eldest sister, I should put, because they're all older than me. And she got a brand new TV, and I said, "Oh, let me fix that." She said, "Oh, I like it." I went, "What do you like about that?" Because it's so bright. I went, "Yeah, it's too bright." And I said, "Didn't you not notice that, like, it looks like a soap opera? It looks like it was shot on video." Some people like Kandinsky, some people like Picasso, some people like Vermeer, you know what I mean? Everybody's gonna like different stuff. But if I'm watching a movie, I don't want to see any of that fast motion at all. I want to see cinema. I want to see a film that looks like Stanley Kubrick shot it, or one of the great auteurs. I want to see cinema. I want to feel. You don't feel the passion when you watch James Cameron post. I don't know. What was the last good movie he made? The Abyss. I think that was the last good movie he made. Oh no, True Lies was the last good movie he made. That was a great movie. I really like True Lies. I still haven't watched the new edition of The Abyss, which is available. They remastered it, and it's a favorite of mine. It's certainly my favorite James Cameron film. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Ed Harris, fabulous movie. Really, really good story. The first version was kind of because of the ending, and then they went back in and fixed it, and the final cut, the director's edition, is great. So I highly recommend that film if you haven't seen it. The Abyss. I forget what the Nietzsche quote is in the beginning. It's like, when you look into the abyss looks back at you. Very cool. Yeah. Video smoothing, hate it. Dean says, OLED all the way, OLED all the way. What fun we have to. I still have the last great plasma ever made. I mentioned it the other night when Oshina and I were on, when we were talking about my cat eating a poisoned mouse, which was one of the worst things ever in the history. But I had just gotten the set, and it was Panasonic's. It's called the PDST 60, whatever. And it was the last plasma they ever made. They closed up their plasma division and actually stopped selling televisions in America. So now they make OLEDs, and they make a lot of great TVs. Cinema Reference, they've always been the brand that had the Hollywood reference. So, for example, Pioneer had it way back when, but if you go to an editing bay or studio, they'd always use Panasonic sets to see what people were watching for DVDs and stuff like that. They have what's called studio reference panels, which I think are made by LG. I think LG makes everybody's panels, but that's the other weird geeky side of me. But I had the very last plasma ever made, and I still have it, and it still looks great. And like I said, I'll move to OLED when by the time I get around probably to replacing that thing. OLED will probably be the second to the penultimate, if you will. Ray said that was the cleanest watch fashion police era. Well, I think we were a little out of sorts. I think so. Michaela adds a certain joie de vivre to our styles. That Oshine asks all the questions. He's very smart how he set that up. Because it's not particularly his milieu, and he's a sponge. He absorbs everything, but he always asks the right questions, and she's got all the answers. I have some of the menswear and some of the some of the gay part of me stuff, but so I think yeah, it was clean, because I think we're so used to having her, her expertise in the room. Anyway. Carolyn Martin, seriously, is there anything Dirk doesn't know about? He blows my mind daily. There's plenty I don't know, honey pie. I don't know how to get rich fast. I don't know how I'm going to fly coach. How in the world am I ever going to do that? I haven't figured out, and it's funny because my family in general are not stupid people per se. And I was like, how come none of us got rich? No, but there's no astrophysicist. They don't get rich anyway, but you know what I mean? Or is clever enough to do, like, I know people who were not so bright, or I didn't think so, who were like lapping it up, baby. Who knows? Kyle D said, she ignored Celine. Wow, I never saw the show, didn't hear that. I mean, I could do that, right? That's not something that anybody cares about, right? Let me do this. While I'm looking for that, I can buy myself flowers. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I want to do this without. Okay. I want to do it without this guy. Because, the problem is whenever you're looking for something and you want to watch a clip, you have to sit through some insufferable person talking about it for a half an hour first. So let me get that off the screen and I'll show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. Ready? And then you tell me what you think. I can put the sound up.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor wins. Now, Taylor is like going to cut down the music so we don't hear her song. She's visibly shocked.
No, she's
which,
not.
Sure, that's nice of her.
She feigns that all the
You're
time.
Taylor Swift. It's become a popularity contest.
She always goes, oh my God.
You've already won this thing 4 times. And I love you and Midnights. I don't think it was album of the year. I'll say it. I'll be the honest one, guys. It's not her best album. It's fine. But it just shows just how she has taken over the world. It's just a certain point. Now, Lana Del Rey is being dragged on stage by her, which seems cute, but it's kind of also just like, Taylor, no.
She needs street credibility.
Okay, she's like, okay, fine. I'll awkwardly come up on stage with you. Lana Del Rey was also nominated, mind you, for this award. But that's Jack, her producer. Here's Taylor. Now, we're on stage. Okay, we're on stage, and then you can see there's Celine waiting to hand it. Taylor's now, I guess her other producer's like, ooh, she's running around like, yay. Celine's like, hello. And then she doesn't even make eye contact with her. Look at that. And then like, whoops, sorry, I'll get out of your way, queen. Now, usually I'm like waiting for like, Taylor will do something like,
how about that? It was a crap. Oh, did you not see it, Oisin? It was too small. Was it too small? Oh, boo hiss. It was kind of a crap version of it. So, all right. Was it that bad? Hold on a second. Ceiling snubbed by Taylor. I'll get a better one. All right. Can I full screen this without it taking over the whole fucking studio, though? That's my problem. Okay. Let me get to it. I could buy myself flowers. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to make that large. Okay, now I'll get it for you guys. Sorry. Thanks, Maestro, for letting me in on that. Okay. So. Yeah, she just walks away. Isn't that just bananas? Yeah, that wasn't good. Thanks for that. Kyle D. Chew Canadian dollars just because Dirk is a legend. Not yet, but I'm working on it. Carolyn Martin, $4.99. We need to cancel Swift for disrespecting greatness. Yeah, listen, her people are trying to blow that out, and they're trying to come up with a reason, and there isn't one, because you see her thanking everybody. Oh my god, feigning Oh my God, her oh shucks me thing is so tired at this point. She's been doing that forever. She's the biggest star in the world. No, oh shucks me. You win everything. And she pulls up Lana Del Rey. And Lana Del Rey is only there for street credibility because Lana Del Rey is a fucking genius. She is an absolutely mesmerizing, modern, beats to her own drum artist. Listen, Taylor Swift, not, I don't hate her music. I don't dislike her per se. I just like her whole public persona. And then somebody's like, she gives so much money to charity. When you make that kind of money, you have to start immediately doing some charitable work. You need it for the taxes. Otherwise you'll get killed. It's simple math. But I know she's got great legs. Blah, blah, blah. She does. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't think we should cancel her. I think that, it was listen, when you're as big a star as Taylor Swift, you have to watch how you drink out of a straw, how you throw something in a garbage pail. You have to worry about how you get out of a car. You have to worry about every single piece of minutia in the world because somebody's going to see something bad in it and report on it. And then all the hags and trolls are going to say it's this. And I might very well be one of those. Maybe she was backstage whooking it up with Celine Dion earlier, and they were having a great time. And maybe she said, don't make a fuss out of me. I don't know, but you could see she looked a little dejected. She was just like, oh, here, new queen. Oh, I'm the old queen. I mean, she's so ill, and oh God, it just made me feel terrible. Okay, lovey, maybe we should build a boat. Thurston Howell, my brother-in-law, soon-to-be ex-brother-in-law. He sounds just like Thurston Howell when he speaks. We always used to say that because some people, come on, lovey. That was the incomparable Jim Backus on Gilligan's Island. That's a funny reference, Ken. Very, very funny. MJOH says, we want to be properly outraged, large as the screen did. Okay. Yeah, I know. Kyle D also says, if she were a new artist, I'd say she was caught in the moment, but Taylor's been here a million times. Should have done it. Agreed. Topster says, Hannah Reid shits all over. She does. He's been pushing this chick on me. She's great. I just haven't had a chance to really soak up the sun with her music. It's really good though. Yeah, I mean, how many girls there are in coffee shops right now that blow the smokes right off that girl? But that's true of everybody. There's somebody that sings better than Mariah Carey. There's somebody that sang better than Whitney Houston, even though they were great. There's always someone bigger, better, prettier, and more talented than you on the stairs. And that's from Showgirls, kiddos. Highland Hamish, greetings from Inverness. Isn't that where the Inverness is where the I don't even remember the name of it. It's been so long since anybody's ever talked about it. The Loch Ness Monster. That's crazy. Oh, Eddie, come on. It wasn't Eddie that said it. Sorry. Who was it that said it? It was N. Laco said, hey, Celine, why the long face? And he's like, what day is it? I said that. Where's Taylor? Where is Kanye West when you need him? Where the fuck is he? I just would have loved for him to come out and read her the riot act. That would have been great. Topster says, over by a bus. I was thinking about you this morning because I saw Tammy Lauren. Yeah, she's somebody that needs to get hit by a big truck. She's a fucking obnoxious twat. She's one of the worst of the far. She's so far right she fell off the edge, and I'm that way about the far lefties. You got OSC or whatever her fucking name is, OC on that side. You got all these people, but she was on talking about Toby Keith this morning as if he was Bob fucking Dylan. And like I said, much respect to him, and he's dead, and that's terrible. And he had stomach cancer, and it's horrible. But that guy was, he was, not Bob Dylan, but she was almost crying. Oh, my first concert. And she's just a weird heretic. I don't get her at all. Eddie says, Machine's loving this because he likes Taylor Swift, but he's more into her long legs. And that's cool because you know what? That happens. Taylor Swift, a show looks like an 8th grade talent contest. Listen, she's got so much money now. She gave a lot of money to the here's my problem about giving the money to everybody. She lets everybody know that she does it. And like George Michael, when we found out well after his death that guy gave away almost all of his fortune every year. He was constantly all these different charities for kids and AIDS and puppies and kittens and stuff. He was giving away so much money and he never wanted anybody to know about it. There was somebody whistle blew him and it was, whatever. SS Minnow. Yeah, I don't know anything. This guy, the Loch Ness monster is in Loch Ness. Oh, I didn't know that Loch Ness was because Loch is not Loch. The name of isn't that lake? Loch. I always think of Loch as a lake. I could be wrong. Okay, the Loch Ness monster is in there. Okay, so here's going to be the hard part of the show, but it's going to be fun. I think I'm going to actually activate this new fucking Gmail thing. I had to do this thing because Gmail is not an app in itself, but there's a way to create it as an app. So I found a way to do it and not reveal anybody's emails. I had to work on this for like 2 days because I don't know how to use Google Gmail. But, hey, I got it to work, I think. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so I'll be able to boot up the pictures. Let's start with Steve McDonald. Let's start there. Look at that. With his Omega Aquaterra. Beautiful, my friend. Beautiful. Oh, look at him in the Highlands too. Holy fuck show. That's amazing. Look at that. I'll blow that up and let me get that off the screen. Yeah, I guess this will work. I just got to get used to it and blah, 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 blah. And a beautiful waterfall. How pretty is that, my friend? Gorgeous. I'd love to know what that sign says. What does that sign say? Oh, this is pretty. Oh, man. Everybody see this good? Let me know how this is working out for you with the new Gmail. I think it looks pretty good. Right? I mean, from my perspective, like I can't hear what you hear. I think I can see, because we have our own dedicated audio in the cans. Got 129 in the room. Thanks, you guys. Oh, look at this. I can blow it up with my mouse. Word. Okay, thank you so much, Steve McDonald. Jim Lassick, the incomparable. Oh, look what he got. Oh, shit. Oh, I can't believe you got the Summer Blues dial. Look at that. Look at that manly wrist. Can I tell you something? Oh, man, does that look beautiful in the flesh? Oh, wow, Jim. Oh, man, I'm mad for it now. Holy smokes. I saw one in the case at Planet Omega when I went with my father-in-law. I was like, I didn't see it look on a man's wrist. Oh, God, that looks killer. Look at the bracelet on that. And that's, not one of my favorite bracelets, that crazy 5-link bracelet. It's not my thing. But I always I love the flat links and, 1479, 1453. I can't believe how pretty it looks on there. Oh, wow. That's spectacular. Adam Wright. Ooh, there's no date. Look at this. I can blow the shit. Oh, yeah, okay. I take it all back, kids. Take it all back. By the way, Tobster says the Blue Loom Indices is dope. I agree. And Sam Led Consulting said that the sign said Achtung. Why would that say that in the Scottish Highlands? Look at that. Oh, look at that beautiful shot. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Okay, this is going to work out okay. Okay. And then we got Jade. Jade, you're playing the game. What do we got here? Let's blow this stuff. Let's blow this sucker up. Ferlin Mari and a Beauvais. Look at this. Look at these shots. Look at this man and woman. Man and woman. This is a very artful woman. I can hardly express my mixed emotion and my selfishness. Look at that. That's quite beautiful. And that's a beautiful picture. You should be very proud of yourself. It's beautiful photography. Dean Mackenzie. with his, oh, look at his GMT Master 2 and his very fancy Nikes. They look like they're made out of brocade. Brocade is gay for very ornate embroidery. That's very, very cool. See what I mean? It's cool. You send shots like that. It looks great. I love it. Oh, Adam Wright says earlier about, I didn't see the tagline. He said, thanks for giving his cat the debut. Hey, man, cats get preferential treatment on my show. And this is how it goes. Now, what do we got? Oh, look at this. His G-Shock skeletonized, sort of. That's a very cool. This is kind of AP-esque, isn't it? Look at that. You know, I don't hate that. I like it, man. Looks good. It's big though, huh? G-Shocks are big. Right? I've never handled one. I've never manhandled one before. Ever. That's the one. Okay, great. I love it. Mark Fox. Ugh, well, what day is it today? It's Speedy Tuesday. Are we all wearing our Speedmasters? We should be. Look at this beauty. Oh, I love it. Absolutely great. That's the Sapphire Sandwich. Ooh, Mr. Omega with your Aquaterra looking very, very nice. Oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful collection. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, that's the Sapphire Sandwich. It's beautiful, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mark Fox. Al Benedetti. Ooh, look at that manly wrist. God, he's a wolf man. He's Italian. Benedetti. Wow, look at that. That looks fantastic, dude. Love it. Oh, and his Corvette. Isn't he styling? The new Corvettes, they look like some kind of new space insect. They're mid-engine. It's the first mid-engine model that Chevrolet's ever made, and they're so low to the ground. You hit a pothole in New York and you're fucked. Thank you so much for that, Al Benedetti. Oh, Jackie. So Jackie sent me an email. I don't know if I'm allowed to share this. She has a cat. This is her cat, right? And her cat, she moved to Italy from the UK. And she moved to Italy with her 14-year-old cat. This story sound familiar to anybody? And there were some, vagabond cats, as you will find in Europe, and they made friends with her. And the next thing you know, her 14-year-old cat is knocked up, had 3 kittens, and she named the girl Laverno. Then it turns out Laverno is a boy, and now it's Laverno. And this is the beautiful city that she lives in. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's in Italy, and it's absolutely beautiful because no doxing allowed on my show. And look at this beautiful. That's, I guess that mama and baby. Is that liver? Is it? I don't know. Oh, look at that. And here's the brood. This is her cat, her 14-year-old cat. And that's Laverne. And that's, I guess, the other one. Unbelievable. But give me all their names, honey pie. Give me all their names. What happened? And this is this beautiful little road she lives on in Italy. Thank you so much for that email. We had a little back and forth today when I was going through my Gmail because I don't know how to use it. And she sent me a bunch of stuff and we had a little chit chat. All right, look at this. We've got Mr. McDonald again, and he is at some kind of port with his Zin with a very bright orange strap to match that secondhand. And the printing. Hey, and you're a freckly bastard. Look at you, you freckly monster, you. Look at that. Steve McDonald. Ooh, Grand Seiko. Look at that second hand. That's beautiful. Wow, that dial's crazy town. Grand Seiko's dials, man. Can you touch them? Can anybody touch them? They look like paper mache. They just they make some spectacular dials. Really beautiful. Thank you for that. Then we have Bill. Oh, look at that with the Seiko Chrono. Let's blow that up. Oh, look at this. Okay, all right. I'll take it back about the Gmail, kids. Where are you going, Jim Lassick? Are you leaving me? Jim Lassick. I'm going to forget. Jim Lassick, $4.99. Have a great evening, Dirk and friends. Where are you going, my friend? You make things better, Mr. Lassick. I think I have picked more pictures of yours, don't I? Do I have more pictures of you? I hope I don't. Okay. That was very beautiful with the Seiko. Thank you, Wallace. So that was William. Jonathan. Ooh, look at this. Is this vintage? You know, I don't know my Seikos that well. Man, I love that. Everybody, I'm sure everybody in the chat knows what model that is. This is beautiful, man. This is automatic. I love the scrolling I can do on this. Can I say that? Oh my God. Yeah, Jim, I have a lot of pictures. Everybody loaded up my Gmail box. But can I say it's worth the price of admission strictly for the fact that I can actually scroll through all this stuff. It's fantastic. Chris Boyd with his tag looking great. Looking great. What size is that? Is that a very big size? Look at that. I love the colors. Tag doesn't get enough love. I know it used to be Hoyer, and oh, you know who mispronounced Hoyer? Mr. Wonderful. He called it Tag Heuer. You dumbass. Ugh, that guy irks me. You know, he's guy started a watch channel because he's got a lot of money. I don't know. Not loving him. I used to think he was sexy. That's the cat out of the bag. He's like a hot daddy. Look at this beautiful Rolex. Oh man, this is gorgeous. I love these. Very nice wrist shot. Thank you so much for that. I love the sharing. Thank you, Chris. Oh, who's this baby? Always put, if you're going to put your pictures of your pets on, because we don't care about your kids. Give me their names. Look at this. Oh, look at this beautiful picture. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. What do we got going on here? Oh, woke me up for Dirk Weekdays and upvote all you crazy cats. This is from my dear friend Ian, who watches the show. Look at that. How cute is that? Look at it. It's a Rolex. It's a Milgauss. Look at that. He even did that. Look at that. It's a Milgauss. He Mets because I'm a giant Mets fan. Oh, Ian, man, that's so special. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I'm so blessed with the beautiful kitty cat. Look at that. He put the lightning bolt orange seconds hand. That's amazing. I'm gonna treasure that. I'm gonna put that on my Instagram page. Thank you so much for that. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And I have John Palayo with his bluesy. Look at that beautiful. That look at that. He got the perfect. All right, let's just talk about look at this. Look at this composition of this shot. Beautiful jumper, beautiful sweater. It's got a great looking wrist. That's a man's wrist. Look at that manly man with his beautiful bluesy. What a beautiful watch. I love that. You are the king, my friends. This is from Ray. Jesus Christ would look at the time. That's how Jesus would look at the time. That's crazy. Who's that from? Is that from Ray Ray? Yeah, it's from Ray Ray. You're a crazy person. From Scotty H. Scotty H. It's a picture of him and his dog in there. What I'm assuming is their ATV. Looking great. Thank you so much. Angelo. Ooh. By the way, that bluesy, Sam Led Consulting says that bluesy is gorgeous, and it definitely is. Yashin's got the two-tone bluesy. Look at this Constellazione. Oh, man. This is vintage and beautiful, and I love that green sunburst style. Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oshin's is not two-tone. Oshin's is all gold, right? That's right. That's right. It's all gold. Sorry. I should know better. Oh, Oshin said that's the new model Alpinist. Oh, is that the new one? I love it. Looking great. Thank you. What else you got in there? Oh, look at this action. Look at this vint. This is beautiful. You have the vintage box and everything. God, you got to love guys that have that stuff. You know, it's like Paul had that, you know, his Enicar from 1965, and it was in the jewelry bag, in the jewelry box with all the tags. You got to love that. It's absolutely incredible. Then you have, oh, we saw this already. You send me two? You did. You sent me two. All right, it happens. People send you more of the same. More of the same. Okay. You guys have sent me doubles, or that's just what I didn't see this one by Brian Leville. Oh shit! Now we're talking about big boys coming to town with his Royal Oak. Look at that poolside, very vascular and muscular looking wrist. That's sits perfectly on your wrist. Looking great. He wears that kind of close to the knuckle, right? I always talk about that at home a lot because I wear my wrist like, there. And like Paul says, he wears his watch here, as does he, which I think is crazy. This is a great snick and a snap. My all-time favorite watch channel. Okay, and that was the last one. And then Steve McDonald with his Seiko. Thank you. Let's blow that up. Look at that dial. Ooh, fuck. Seiko is an incredible world of amazingly interesting things. I have to say that. Okay, did I miss anybody in there? Steve McDonald. Let me see. Loch Ness. These are more. You sent me new ones. Okay, that's fine. Oof. Oh, Loch Ness. Did you ever see the monster? Do you think it's real or do you think it's total bullshit? Was it made up for tourism? I mean, why not? There's probably all kinds of crazy sea creatures kicking around in the world that we don't know anything about, right? I'm sure that there are. I'm sure that there's species and things that we've never seen ever in the world. And, I mean, I don't know if that's Nessie's daughter or Nessie's grandchild. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know anything about it. Let me get all of the super chats up to show everybody how wonderful you are. Andrew Olkovich with his Canadian 10, Nathaniel Hannon, Carolyn Martin, $50. What? Steve McDonald, £4.99. Dean, £4.99. Al Benedetti, $4.99. Scotty H, $10. Fedster, £5. Carolyn Martin, $5. Kyle D, Canadian, $2. Scotty H, $4. Jim Lassick, $4. Thank you so much, guys, for all of that. It's fun. I like to start out the week getting all that stuff together and seeing all your beautiful wrist shots and talking about the Grammys. And let's present that one last time. Let me get that picture up. Hold on. I'm going to get it for everybody to ogle over. Look at this shit. Look at this broad. I'm going to show this to you right now because I don't know if Oisin even knows about this. Look at this beautiful bitch looking hot in Bob Mackie. What a spectacular smoke show she is. Look at that. Fantastic. She was great. She sounded great. She was playful, natural on stage. To cap up my whole synopsis on the Grammy Awards, it was a better show than usual. It was a little less preachy. I don't know who a lot of those artists were, but I thought the performances were pretty good. I'm a little down on the Billy Joel song now when I found out that it was kind of corporately written. Not corporately, but there's like a machine. It wasn't a Billy Joel song and I liked it a lot when I first heard it. He did it like, I think the song's in C and I think he did it in B flat live. So he brought it down a step to maybe for nerves. I've done that, as I got older. But it turns out it was written by kind of a machine. Like this guy, Freddie Wexler, works with a bunch of other artists and they kind of do Justin Bieber and stuff. And that scares me about what the process was for, how they created the song. Billy sounded good, a little rough. But, it was to be expected. But then again, he does perform all the time. So I don't know. Wallace 9 says, I skipped your kitty pick. I refuse to allow that to happen. Okay, hold on a second, Wallace 9. Did I? Okay, I see the Seiko. Hold on, I'm going. I'm just not letting you see me scroll through this because it's got, okay, the test cat picture. Oh my God. Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry that I did that. Look at this. Oh. Cats are such incredible creatures, man. They just absolutely rule our world. And I was a dog guy until I got cats. And now they rule my world. She's beautiful, man. Thank you so much for that. What's her name? What is her name? Did you put it? Oh, Arbor is her name. Oh man, thank you. I'm sorry that I missed that. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. Getting used to the new Gmail, but so far, wow, I can't believe I can get in there and really see that shit. Sam Led Consulting, big hugs, Dirkowitz and Oshin. Was it Oshinberg? And Dirkstein and Oshinowitz. Isn't that what it was? You created our new law firm. Got to run to a client. Ciao. Ci vediamo. See you soon. Amazing coincidence that the Loch Ness Monster would hang out in Loch Ness. Yeah, it's very funny. Scotty H. Oh my God. $20 super sticker. I just realized that my arm hurts because I went and I got the shingles vaccine today. For all you anti-vaxxers out there, I went in there. I didn't get the flu and I didn't get the new COVID vaccine. I got all the other ones. And I went into my local place and I said, give them all to me. And he goes, well, it's too late for the flu one because the flu season's going to be over. I'm not even keeping it. But, you know, you're over 50, so you should definitely get the shingles vaccine because you don't want shingles. And I was like, I don't want shingles. So he gave me the shingles vaccine. And, my arm hurts. I didn't feel it till just now. And I got it right before 20 minutes, a half an hour before the show. Scotty H., you're a legend. Thank you so much for this. And thanks for all the pictures too. Brendan says, Dirk, what is your favorite affordable watch that you may have in your watch box? Can I say, is this unpopular to say that I think that the Moon Swatch is a lot of fun for the money? I do. And I think, you know, you can get like Tissot's and a bunch of stuff. I'm not a G-Sock. I'm never going to have one of those. It's just, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a blazer guy. I tend to dress kind of well. So I like to dress up and, you know, wear like a nice little jumper sweater with, you know, I think the Moon Watch is, I love it. I do it. And I actually want another one. I want to get the, actually what I would really like is for Omega to get their shit together and forget about the Blancpain nonsense. Cause I don't think anybody really gives a shit about that. Do you? I don't think so. I think they should come up with something else with Omega. I think it would be very cool. Eddie says she smokes too. So sexy. She does not give a fuck. I mean, listen to her voice. It's like super cigarette-y. Her legs are, Sheen loves, I think she's way sexier. Miley Cyrus is way sexier. Plus, you know, she's a fun as fuck. I mean, you go out with that girl, she's doing whiskey shooters and smoking Marlboros and being sassy. She was so sassy on stage. It was Dirk Steen and Oshberg. It's fantastic. I love that. Believe me, we're going to use that one day. I wish the HPV vaccine was around when I was a kid. Really could have used that one. Oh, did you? Oof. Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. He got the HPV. That's why he had throat cancer. I'm not going to tell you what that's from, my friend. Eddie, me too. Got throat cancer from HPV. Recovering now. Steve McDonald. Oh, fuck me. I hate hearing that. Hey, man. Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, one of the greatest metal singers of all time. Crazy 4-octave range. Sounds better now. That guy, he's a pilot, a poet, a fencer, a novelist. He's such a, what is the word for that? Not Renaissance man. There's another word for it. Come on, smarties. He's a, I'm looking for the big fancy word. That guy does everything. And he got throat cancer. I mean, holy shit. And now he came back. I mean, that guy flies 747s. I mean, that's as cool as it can possibly get. It's not like he's got a private jet. That guy has an Iron Maiden 747, you know, with their name on all their gear and the band. You know, incredible polymath. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Miley looks like good crack for a night out. You know, she's the best crack of all time. Anyway, guys, that's my time. And I just want to thank you so much. I went over by 15 minutes as we did because we kept well over 100 in the room all night. And it's all thanks to you, your beautiful watches, your beautiful stories, all the great stuff that you bring to the chats. And I thank you so very much. So until then, remember to hold the door open. remember to say please and thank you. And just don't be a dick unless they're really a serious